Hi everyone, I'm Noel, and today we're diving into two tax software options that both promise to save you money, but in very different ways. We've got FreeTaxUSA, the champion of truly free federal filing, going head-to-head with TaxSlayer, which offers budget-friendly tiered plans with more polish. By the end of today, you'll know exactly which approach works better for your tax situation. These two platforms have fundamentally different approaches to affordable tax filing. FreeTaxUSA built their entire business around one simple promise: completely free federal filing for everyone, no matter how complex your taxes get. They handle everything from simple W-2s to complex self-employment returns at zero cost. TaxSlayer takes a different approach. They offer affordable tiered plans that aim to give you comprehensive features without premium price tags, especially targeting self-employed folks. Understanding who each platform serves helps clarify the choice. FreeTaxUSA appeals to budget-conscious filers who are comfortable figuring things out themselves. Think self-employed individuals, freelancers, and investors who want to avoid high fees for complex returns. TaxSlayer targets people who want an affordable alternative to expensive services like TurboTax, especially self-employed filers who need comprehensive forms and schedules but appreciate a more guided interface. Here's where these platforms really diverge. FreeTaxUSA keeps it beautifully simple with their freemium model. Federal filing is always free regardless of complexity. State filing is just $14.99 per state, and you only pay for extras if you want them. TaxSlayer uses traditional tiered pricing. They offer a limited free version, then paid tiers from around $23 for classic up to $53 for self-employed, plus about $48 per state. FreeTaxUSA absolutely dominates federal filing, and it's not even close. They guarantee all federal returns are 100% free. Whether you're filing investments, rental income, or self-employment income, you'll never see an upgrade prompt. TaxSlayer's Simply Free version is extremely limited, usually restricted to simple returns with income limits. Need anything complex? You're getting upgraded to a paid tier. FreeTaxUSA wins this hands down. The state filing story is even more dramatic. FreeTaxUSA charges a flat $14.99 per state, period. Doesn't matter if your return is simple or incredibly complex, same low price. TaxSlayer charges around $47.95 per state for their paid tiers. That's more than triple FreeTaxUSA's cost. Their free version might include one free state return, but it's so limited that most people can't use it. Now here's where TaxSlayer fights back. Their interface is more modern and guided, with helpful features like their Quick File tool that lets you jump to specific forms quickly. They do more hand-holding through the process. FreeTaxUSA's interface is clean, but no frills. It gets the job done efficiently but expects you to do more of the work yourself. If you need guidance and a polished experience, TaxSlayer has the edge here. Support structures show each platform's priorities. FreeTaxUSA offers transparent tiered support. Everyone gets free email support. Live chat costs $7.99, and tax professional consultation is $49.99. TaxSlayer bases support on your plan tier. Premium includes live chat and tax professional access, while lower tiers get limited phone and email support. FreeTaxUSA wins by offering the most affordable path to professional tax advice. Both platforms stand behind their accuracy but structure it differently. FreeTaxUSA guarantees reimbursement for software errors and offers audit defense for $19.99 as an optional add-on. TaxSlayer provides accuracy guarantees and bundles 3 years of audit assistance into their premium plans. Both approaches work well. TaxSlayer bundles it in. FreeTaxUSA keeps it optional and affordable. This is where FreeTaxUSA's philosophy really shines. Schedule C for self-employment, investment forms, rental income, all completely free at the federal level. TaxSlayer forces you into paid tiers for complex situations, with their self-employed plan specifically targeting freelancers and small business owners. The cost difference is dramatic. What's free with FreeTaxUSA can cost $53 plus state fees with TaxSlayer. Let's look at the real numbers. FreeTaxUSA, $0 federal for everything, $14.99 per state. Optional support from $7.99 to $49.99. TaxSlayer, free version extremely limited, classic $23 federal plus $48 state, premium $43 plus $48 state, self-employed $53 plus $48 state. The total cost difference is substantial. FreeTaxUSA typically costs under $20 total, while TaxSlayer can easily exceed $70 to $100. Understanding hidden costs reveals the real pricing picture. FreeTaxUSA is completely transparent. The only costs are state filing and optional support, with no surprises for complex forms. TaxSlayer can feel like bait and switch because their free option is so limited that most people end up needing paid upgrades they didn't expect. FreeTaxUSA's model is much more predictable and honest. Both platforms have solid reputations, but for different reasons. FreeTaxUSA gets praised consistently for genuine value and transparency. Users love saving money while getting comprehensive tax filing capabilities. TaxSlayer receives good reviews for being a budget-friendly option with a clean interface, though some users report frustration with the tiered pricing and less helpful support content compared to competitors. Both platforms handle this essential feature adequately. FreeTaxUSA automatically transfers your previous year's information if you used them before. TaxSlayer allows importing from previous TaxSlayer returns and can sometimes import W-2s and 1099s from financial institutions. It's basically a tie here. Both platforms provide the data import functionality you'd expect from modern tax software. TaxSlayer takes a clear win on mobile experience. They offer comprehensive, easy-to-use mobile apps for both Android and iOS where you can complete your entire return. FreeTaxUSA has a good mobile-friendly website, but no dedicated app. If you prefer doing your taxes on your phone or tablet, TaxSlayer provides the better experience with their native mobile apps. Let's break down the key trade-offs clearly. FreeTaxUSA excels at free federal filing for all forms, very low state fees, transparent pricing, affordable professional access, and excellent overall value. However, it requires more manual input, has email-only support unless you upgrade, lacks a mobile app, and has a less polished interface. TaxSlayer shines with affordable tiered pricing, guided interface, mobile apps, and useful features, but has very limited free options, expensive state fees, and potential forced upgrades. Real-world scenarios clarify the best choice. FreeTaxUSA is perfect for the self-employed person with a side hustle who can file their federal Schedule C completely free. They save massive amounts compared to TaxSlayer's self-employed plan. TaxSlayer works better for taxpayers with moderately complex returns who want the balance of features and affordability, and don't mind paying extra for a more polished, guided experience. Time efficiency depends on your experience level. FreeTaxUSA's stripped-down process allows efficient completion for confident filers, but requires more manual input and tax knowledge. TaxSlayer's guided walkthrough and quick file feature reduce user effort with more automation, making the process feel faster for those needing guidance. TaxSlayer likely saves time for most users, especially those who need extra help navigating tax filing. Let's address the elephant in the room. TaxSlayer's pricing model can feel like bait and switch because their free option only works for the simplest tax situations, basically W-2 income with standard deductions. As soon as you have investments, self-employment income, or need to itemize, you're forced into expensive paid tiers. FreeTaxUSA completely avoids this problem by making all federal forms free from the start. The choice comes down to your priorities and comfort level. Choose FreeTaxUSA if you want truly free federal filing regardless of complexity. You're looking for the most affordable option for complex returns, you value transparent pricing, and you're comfortable with self-guided tax preparation. Choose TaxSlayer if you prefer a more guided, modern experience, want a mobile app, and you're willing to pay for tiered service to get better features and support.